but I also had to do my own, as well as I had to do like a crash course, to understand it even better. But the more you involved in, the computer, the better you get, and the better you are. It's a fact.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about other people, but I try to police myself. Okay. Yeah, I really tried because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm an adult, and nobody really polices me per se. You understand? I don't have anybody like, in a sense, I don't want to say I'm not accountable to anybody,
right,
but as the leader in the home kind of thing, you have to ensure that you now police yourself, so that you can be walking the straight and narrow. And okay, so we're on right now. Okay, lovely. So let me just let our listeners right now know that we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on X, and also, well, hopefully on DBS television, because I can't imagine them, they're waiting for us that long. So DBS, listen, if you're still with us, or if you just joined us, our humble apologies. These things happen from time to time. Okay, I see Linda calling me here. So Linda, unfortunately, I can't take the call. So if you have, our good friend there. But
she's probably letting you know that...
well, I'm not sure.
She's either asking you what's going on, or she's letting you know that you're on.
Okay.
One of the two.
So
you can probably repeat, Andre.
So let's hope. I think our friend at DBS, Cynthia can communicate with her.
Right.
Let her know that we're on.
We're on.
Okay. So again, we apologize, but these things happen from time to time. And the thing is, I couldn't have checked before, because you have to actually start streaming.
At
and
the
then
moment,
now, this thing appears and says to you that there's an error. So there's nothing I could have been done at the time.
Yeah.
All right. So Linda, if you're there with us, thank you very much for sticking with us. We really appreciate that. So I was saying about policing myself, right? I wasn't really into the Snapchat thing too much, right? Until my daughter was here last time, my elder daughter, and she put that thing on my phone. Because I think it takes some nice pics.
Yeah,
the quality is very, very good. So I told her to put it, but not realizing there are a whole bunch of people who were trying to be friends and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? And
I mean, she didn't prepare your settings for you. She should have prepared the settings.
So I you get all these messages, and typically from females.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're doing stuff there that is really meant to entice a male, right? They do stuff to catch your attention, right? Now, if you're not policing yourself, you're going to fall for this thing. Imagine the number of times I've received offers to buy sex tapes. Yeah, they say how much it's going to cost. So they want to offer you...
But Andre, that could be spam thingy. That could be just people not coming to you. They're not coming to Andre. It is just being forwarded widely. So it's not like somebody that wants to know Andre. This is just like spam. This is just like...
could be. I know.
That's what it is, because it goes to anybody's house.
Okay, all right. Well, all I know is that I'm not taking the bait.
No, don't.
You understand? I'm not
the
taking the bait, right? And I suspect there's like a little conspiracy going on. A whole bunch of these people working together, because they come under all kind of pseudonyms.
Yeah.
All this name and that name. You see, it's the same individual.
Yeah.
So I don't trust this thing at all. Yeah. Anyway,
it's true.
Anyway, let me just do some house chores, as always. Okay, so the menu for today at the Thomas of Bread place is Bax bouillon and saltfish bouillon with good stuff, callaloo, tanya, and green plantain.
Oh, nice.
That is
tanya
real,
again that we talked about.
real food, folks. This is the real deal. Okay, Bax bouillon and saltfish bouillon. And by the way, I when I first heard about saltfish bouillon, I said, what?
Yeah,
saltfish
I don't think
bouillon?
I like that.
But
tastes good?
It tastes really good.
Really?
It tastes really... There's a little saltiness about it, I must admit.
I was about to ask that.
But nonetheless, it tastes really, really good.
Wow.
Okay, and I see me, I'm very, very sensitive when it comes to too much salt. And it's not too much salt at all. This is well prepared. At the Thomas Bread place, of course.
Okay. So do you taste a lot of it has a lot of the saltfish inside of it while you're eating the bouillon?
Of course, yes. You actually get the saltfish in there. But most
I've never
importantly,
heard of that.
the callaloo. This is highly nutritious, This is a highly nutritious leaf. Okay, it's the tanya, for example. There's all kind of vitamins and minerals from that thing there, including roughage. Okay, which is what you need now to help you with your
get into the
bowel movements.
Yes.
Yeah, and green plantain. Yeah, man. Good stuff. So it's available today, folks, at the Thomas of Bread place, alongside a wide variety of CMOS beverages, which include coconut, ginger, peanut and peanut punch, and regular flaxseed and chia seed CMOS with milk or without milk. So it's up to you. So check it out today at the Tommaso Bread Place. That's what's happening. That's on the menu today. All right. So, Lady J.
Let's remind our people on our WhatsApp page, because I'm not getting in yet on the Facebook page. But if they want to send any messages, they can do that on WhatsApp. Andre.
Yes.
Yeah.
So don't forget, folks, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on X. I know you're probably listening a while ago on probably radio or online, and getting a little disappointed because you didn't see us on our regular platforms, but we're there right now. All right?
Yeah, 2870971.
So
that's the WhatsApp, REV-UP WhatsApp, St. Lucia WhatsApp number, just in case.
Okay. Lady J, anything you want to mention in particular before we move on?
Kelly Fontenelle just got an award. She's a St. Lucian, but she's the director of tourism in St. Kitts. And just as I was coming up the stairs, I saw that.
So she lives in St. Kitts?
She lives in St. Kitts, yes.
Okay.
I mean,
sounds like she's doing well there.
She is doing very, very well, yes. And, it's, look, someone is asking what happened to the live, but that was at 10:17, so we should be on now. There's a note from Irene as well asking what's happening to the live. We should be on now, Irene. If you can see us on Facebook, please send me a message so we can confirm, but we had some difficulties in case you are asking about that. Okay, appreciate that. And some other persons are asking as well what's happening to us on Facebook.
Okay.
So good thing I picked up my phone, Andre. Yes, so I can't open it, but it says named Caribbean Tourism Executive of the Year, Kelly Fontenelle.
That's in St. Kitts.
Yes, in St. Kitts.
Wow.
So congratulations to her.
How long has she been living there? Do you know? Have any idea?
It's a few years now, for sure. It's a few years. Yeah, she's been there. I am not sure.
Making St. Lucia proud.
She's the CEO. Yes,
it's a good thing. That's a good thing. Well, congratulations.
Yes.
What's the first name? You said Shelley?
Kelly.
All right, Kelly.
K-E-L-L-Y.
Congratulations, Kelly. You're doing well.
Yes.
Okay, making St. Lucia proud.
So, yes.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about musician Phil Collins. He's produced a number of great songs. I don't even know which one is my favorite, to be honest with you. I think I like You Can't Hurry Love because of the beat.
It's faster,
kind of rock and roll kind of thing. But he's had so many great songs. So many. I mean, Another Day in Paradise.
Oh, that might be my favorite.
Exactly.
When you say another one, that I don't know, but
there's so many songs.
Yes.
One More Night. That's one of my favorites. Please give me one more night.
But Andre, you can look at that song
so
in
much.
two different ways. You can look at that song as somebody is so in love with somebody, as well as somebody's pleading to the Almighty for another day.
Exactly.
On planet Earth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Such a beautiful song.
That's true what you're saying. That's true what you're saying.
You have to, Andre, when I like a song, I actually check out all the lyrics. So I'm going through the lyrics to really understand where that artist was coming from. Especially sentimental songs. They have true meaning. Have you ever listened? We're not going to move from.
No, go ahead.
Phil Collins.
Go ahead.
But have you ever listened? Listen to the lyrics of Rihanna's song when she is as I spoke, I've lost the reggae song when she's when she kills when the guy rapes her and she kills him. What's the name of that song again? Oh God, somebody help me now. I had it and it just left me, Andre. Just when I was about to tell you about Phil Collins, it just left me. But if you check the lyrics of the song, right? She basically went to a nightclub and was dancing with the guy, doing their thing, rubbing, rolling, whatever. And obviously he thought she wanted him. So when she went back into her apartment and she is on vacation, this is the song, she's on, and the video is when she goes back to her room, he comes into her room and he rapes her. And of course, she's not asking for it. She didn't ask him for it. I'm having a good time. I went to the disco. We're having a good time. You go your way, I go my way. He rapes her, and she plots to kill him. So that's where she went wrong, of course.
Okay.
She plots to kill him,
yeah.
And she follows him. She's following him, and then she shoots him. Man down. That's the name of the song.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, Man Down. Okay. Yeah. I remember when I was in Worcester, Massachusetts. An interesting thing happened, right? That's many years ago. I was there. I went to a masquerade party. That's the first masquerade party I'd ever been in my life.
I ain't never going to them.
Okay. Because I found it interesting, a masquerade party. So I went inside there and everybody had a a funny looking masquerade, something. You look strange, and
you don't know who the people are.
Yeah. And I remember one guy caught my attention. Right, he was looked like he was Spanish guy. Okay, and he just looked really, really strange. He looked really, really strange. And I remember it was like a few days after, because I didn't know who he was. So a few days after, I'm heading to work or whatever, and I'm seeing the guy. I'm seeing the same strange face. Right, the same strange face. I realized that was the guy's real face. So when he was at that masquerade party, that was his real face that he had on. Yes, it was his face. And he looked so strange to me at the masquerade party that I said, but why? He looks really, really strange. So he didn't have any mask on. That was just the way he looked.
Was he a burnt individual?
Could be. I'm not sure, because I was in the dark and
probably.
so on. And I said, wow, look at that boy. And that reminded me of that song by George Benson, This Masquerade. Because that's what the story is all about. This masquerade. Everybody's finding this person looks funny and looks strange, only to realize that was the way that they actually looked. Yeah. Anyway,
go back to Phil Collins, but let me just let you see your Zen is saying that we're actually supposed to be off Facebook. So we need to know from our listeners if we are on Facebook. We need to know, because he's saying that we're off Facebook. So let's repeat. If you want to send us any messages, send it to us on our WhatsApp platform, 2870971. But if we are on Facebook, he says you didn't check your message, Andre.
No, I don't.
But if you,
I don't.
But I can't read all of his messages. But yes, he sent that. But if we are, those of you who have my personal number, you can send it, or you can send it to the REV-UP St. Lucia WhatsApp platform. Let me repeat, 2870971. Appreciate that. Yes.
Okay.
So you were go back to Phil Collins.
Yeah, sorry.
Most of his songs. You were talking about.
Okay, so I think what I'm being told here by Cosmos, our engineer, is that we are not on Facebook, but we are on YouTube and X.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So YouTube. So you can check us out on YouTube. Those of you who were looking for us on Facebook.
Yeah. So YouTube and X. All right. That's where we are. So we'll find out exactly what's going on after we actually get off the air. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody said that we actually got a virus, maybe. Yeah, maybe a virus. I'm not too sure. But anyway, folks, we apologize for that.
So we won't be on DBS either, right?
Well, I'm not sure, unless, of course, they take the feed from YouTube.
Okay.
And also from X.
So if you're listening, and Cynthia, if you're taking the feed from YouTube, please send us a message so that we can announce that. But I don't have any messages from Cynthia right now.
So, folks, we're on YouTube and also on X. We're not on Facebook. I can't deal with that situation right now because I'm actually on the air. When I get off the air, then I can address it. All right? Okay, so I was talking about Phil Collins a while ago. This is something very important because I think, success leaves a lot of clues and failures leave a lot of clues as well. We just need to pick up on those things and try and steer our lives in another direction. Okay? Now, Phil Collins, great musician, but I think he's known for playing drums. He's very good drummer, as well as a very good singer. I'm told that the last tour that he had, it was actually his son playing the drums.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because he's unable to play the drums anymore, and it's because he's been battling a lot of health issues. For example, he's saying now, right, as Phil Collins, folks, he needs 24-hour care. So he has a nurse that's around him.
We're on DBS.
Go ahead.
We're on DBS Live.
Okay. All right,
Somebody
folks.
Just said so.
We're on DBS Live. Thank you very much, DBS. I suspect they're probably taking it from YouTube. I suspect. But thank you very much, DBS. Much appreciated. All right?
And thank you, Irene, for keeping in touch. She sent me how many messages? What's happening to Facebook? What's happening? Yeah, so appreciate that.
So we may not be able to get any messages from Facebook then?
No, we won't be able to because we're not on
just
yet.
WhatsApp.
So just WhatsApp. So we can keep giving the number. 2870971. And those of you listening to us, of course, on the 95.9, right? So
95.9,
yeah, let's remind them. Yeah.
Okay. So I was talking about Phil Collins.
The son is.
So he's been battling some serious health issues. Folks, what I'm going to say there is very, very important, okay? Because we need to take preemptive action when it comes to taking care of our health. This is very, very important. Too many of us take our health too lightly. And the thing about life is the way I guess the Almighty God set things up. He set things up in such a way that what we sow is what we are going to reap. Okay? Now, that was meant to be for the good. Now, today, when we think of sowing and reaping, we usually think of it in a negative connotation. You know, like there's something bad about it. No, it was not supposed to be like that. So we're supposed to be sowing good things. And once we sow good things, almost like, you go like a farmer, you're planting, and if you plant corn, you're supposed to reap corn. That's the way it's supposed to work. However, we know in life, sometimes you get a storm, you get a flood, you get all kinds of things that come
Or you just
now.
don't have that green thumb.
Exactly. All kind of things can get in the way to set you back. But guess what? Lady J and our listeners and our viewers, we go back and plant again, don't we?
Yes.
I mean, no matter how many
give up.
hurricanes you see we have, no matter how many troughs, and storms, we go back and plant because we know that there is seed time and there's harvest time.
Right. Yeah.
All right? So our problem is that we tend now, for whatever reason, to sow or plant things that are not good. And we plant those things in the early years of our life. And unfortunately, just like the corn, just like the tree, you see that it looks massive, massive, massive thing, right? The width of this thing, man, is about 100 people. Right? That doesn't just grow overnight. It takes time.
Yes.
Right? It takes time to get to what it is. And that's our problem. And the same thing you have for people like, for example, who are wicked people, right? They in power, they think that they'll never fall. Their time will come. It's just that it doesn't happen right away. So you can take comfort in knowing that down the line, and I say I'm putting myself in it too, because if I make any wrong choice, any bad choice, right? Any unhealthy choice, at some point I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen right away. And I think that's the problem. We see things like working for us. Everything is fine. No dark clouds, nothing like that. And we think as though we can do whatever we want and live whatever way we want. All right. So let's go to Phil Collins. So he said now he needs 24-hour care. So he has a nurse with him, right, who's around him for 24 hours. That means that person is actually living there with Phil Collins to ensure
right now,
that he gets proper care, right? And most people, for example, when they have care, somebody taking care of them, they leave maybe for the day, for the night, and they come back the next day.
Not necessarily. Those people have money. They might be there for 24 hours, Andre.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that in cases, there's some cases, people that are there for a few hours and they go. In the case of Phil, this is really, really serious. So he says he's had 5 knee surgeries.
Wow.
He says, imagine 5 knee surgeries. So he's in a lot of pain.
A lot of pain.
And he said he couldn't even walk.
And how is his weight right now? Because I haven't seen him.
He didn't say.
Yeah,
I guess we can find out.
Yeah,
we can find out. Okay, so I think he has a particular type of operation that it was all part of the knee surgeries. It's called drop foot. DROPFWT.
Okay.
It's called a drop foot, and it's a condition that significantly impairs walking and ultimately ends your ability, well, in his case, his ability to play the drums.
Yeah, because obviously, I would think from the time he's having knee problems, he wouldn't be able to play it. Andre, you played the drums, so you should be able to tell us.
That's what I'm doing.
No, I mean, tell us the emphasis that
on
goes,
the knee, because you have to be playing the bass drum.
And your knees are never, you are never straight. I don't see all straight. Y'all are slightly bent.
That's right.
And using not necessarily from the hip, but y'all are using more from the knee to the foot. From what I see.
Exactly. Yeah. So 5 knee surgeries, right? He has kidney problems. And he's had long stays at the hospital. Okay? And also, he has type 2 diabetes, right?
Wow.
Type 2 diabetes. And he has some other issues, but he apparently, in conversation with his doctors, they realize what the problem is, or maybe a part of the problem. And can you guess what that is?
Tell me.
Alcohol. Okay.
Most of them getting into that.
And folks, he said something. He said something that's very, very interesting. He said, "I didn't drink like every day to say I was drunk every day." But apparently he was imbibing. He was imbibing so much that he's actually had to go and get go to rehab.
Oh boy.
Yeah, to deal with it. So he says he's been sober now, right, for 2 years.
Oh, nice.
But this is really, really important because we think as though for us to get those kinds of issues, we have to be drinking in excess and
every
abusing and so on.
Yeah.
He said, I wasn't drinking every day like to get drunk. But he had acknowledged that this is his drinking is what led to all these situations that he's currently experiencing. And that's really, really sad.
Very.
And he says he also has kidney problems, because of the drinking. He said serious kidney problems. So basically, Phil Collins is just on borrowed time right now.
Well, Andre, if he has kidney problems, he might not be very small, because usually when they have kidney problems, some people put on a lot of weight because of the water retention. So, he definitely have a lot of issues there.
Now, I'm not boasting or anything, right? And before I talk about the boast, I used to take my little something. I'm like a social drinker. I will not drink at my house. You come to my house, you won't even get alcohol there. To be honest, if you
don't drink it, don't bring it.
What you get there is apple juice.
Of course.
That's what I have.
And water, Andre.
And ice cream if you want that.
No, you wouldn't share. Knowing you wouldn't share. You would not let us know you have ice cream.
You're right.
Unless we ask.
You're right.
We'll say, Andre, you don't have ice cream at your home? I don't believe it. Andre would answer, I did, but I just had all of it before you came.
I think I say that for true. I say that for true. Yeah. So I was like a social drinker. I go out and then I'll have a drink. I'll have 1, 2, 3 but I was very, very careful.
But 1, 2, 3 what? Wine?
Strongbow. That's what it was at the time.
They had Strongbows way back then, Andre?
Strongbow can get you drunk,
No, they had Strongbows way back then?
No, that's until maybe a good 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you were talking about,
among
others, lager, beer, and things.
So I was, I'll have a little, maybe 1, 2, 3. And the reason I would have 3, you know why? Because I remember years ago when Dr. McDowell first came on the scene. And I heard him one time doing a radio broadcast, and I said, wow, that guy is very, very knowledgeable. So I started interviewing him very, very early. So we go back a long way. He's my friend. Up to yesterday we were on the phone talking.
Right.
Okay? And I remember him saying on an interview, he said, the time for you to stop when you're having drinks is when you start to feel nice.
Okay.
He said that's between the point now, between feeling nice and you getting drunk.
Right.
So I said, okay, once you see I have my little something, which I take, I have 1, 2, 3, and I stop. Very rarely I'll take a fourth, maybe, right?
But you stick with the same drink, right? You don't
same
switch.
one. Yeah,
because that's also the problems too.
You're right.
When switching.
You're right. Okay, so same drink, but I take the 3. Once I start to feel nice, I stop. Right. Now, one day...
Now, let's explain to the people what you mean by nice, Andre.
Yeah, it's a nice...
You laughing a lot, or you just not steady, or
you just
nice?
You have this feeling of it's okay, let me explain. You see the same way you feel when you exercise, and the way you feel after it's over? You feel happy, you feel...
Tired.
Well, I don't know about tired.
But if it's a good walk, then you invigorated.
You feel good. You feel good. I was saying to you the other day, if I go to the gym, sometimes it's hard work. By the time I'm done, I say, wow, it's a good thing I went today, man. Because I feel really, really good. So that's what I'm talking about. You feel good. There's something about it gives you that feeling of that feel-good feeling. Why do you think people take the drugs and so on, the marijuana and all those other drugs? It's just you feel pretty good, right?
Okay.
So he said to me, that's the point now you have to stop, because if you continue drinking, you're going to get drunk. All right? So now I remember years after that now, I was having a conversation with Winston Springer Jr. We're talking about alcohol and so on.
Right.
And he just said in passing, I think he thought I knew already, that he says it is a drug.
Right.
I said, Springs, where you get that from? Alcohol is a drug? Because right now I'm saying to myself, oh my God, you mean to say I've been a druggie?
No, but that's a social drinker. So
I'm saying for so long, it's drink, I drink it. So I said, what you say? Alcohol is a drug. He said, yeah, go check it out. You'll see. So I went, and I realized, I see the thing. And imagine, I did hoping that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah. Winston wouldn't say anything that he didn't research.
I did hoping to say that. Imagine I Googled that about 3 or 4 times, to make sure.
In the meantime, what is Winston saying to you?
I did it privately.
Okay.
I said, Miss, so alcohol is a drug, man.
Yeah.
And I'm putting a drug in my body. And I remember I took a decision. I said, you know something? I'm stopping this thing.
Oh, really? For me, it was not even about that, Andre. For me, it was just, as we say, not the drug or anything. It's just the way it made me feel. I didn't feel good drinking, as we call it, wine, because I'm not, like you say, social drinker. You go out and have dinner with your hubby or your partner, and you have a glass of wine. You may have two because of
Did it
the
make you feel
night.
nice? Did it make you feel nice? It's a nice feeling.
It's a when you are not aware, you can call it a nice feeling because you're not aware. So you are, as we call it, limp to anything. Okay,
exactly.
You feel liberated for that moment, I think. But when you really understand and you think about what happened or what has been happening, you have to now tell yourself, do I want this to be me? Do I want that? And for me, it wasn't just about feeling liberated or that sort of thing. It also, the feeling in your throat was different. Okay? The hangover, we call it, the main word, everybody calls it the hangover. Andre, who wants a hangover like that? You go to work and you feel, as St. Lucians call it, mash up. I mean, come on. And we don't want to prevent our business houses from getting their sales, but we're speaking in general. You have to know when your limit comes and stop.
Yeah. Now, obviously, not everybody's going to listen to what we're saying there.
Of course not. They might be saying, "Hey, I like my alcohol. I drink
that's it. I'll chase alcohol with alcohol."
Andre, I'll tell you something. I mean, God rest my dad's soul. He was also a social drinker. Dad didn't drink. We didn't really drink at home, as you say, just drink. But when my dad was at home, he would take a drink. My dad had diabetes. And he was yes, he did, because remember he lost a leg. He had diabetes and he should have stopped drinking. He didn't. Every now and then. But what that always bothered me is Andre, his police friends, those that he was close to, would come home. And Andre, honestly, they would actually encourage, and I use the word encourage, and I'm using it boldly, whether some of them are still alive or not. I'm not calling names, but they should know themselves. And they would be drinking with him. But he has diabetes. You're supposed to say, no, thank you. Even if he drinks it, because you can't stop people. But even if he drinks it, you say no, thank you. Because when you drink it with him, you encourage him to maybe have a fuller glass or maybe a second. So there were times when I would go, Daddy, why you bring those people here? They're encouraging you to drink. Jan. Another word for mind your business. Seriously, But sometimes our people, our friends encourage.
Oh yeah. That's for sure. I often speak about my experiences when I go out there playing, and people now come and ask me, can I buy you a drink? All right? Usually males. Males are the ones who come to ask. You hardly get a female.
Andre, why would I ask you if you want to drink, Andre?
But why not?
No way.
Why not?
I'm not asking you that. I'll buy my own drink. You buy your own drink. I'm not asking that.
You're from the old school,
no
man.
Way. I'm not asking you that.
You're from the old school.
No.
I think it's a beautiful thing when a lady can come and offer a gentleman a drink of his choice. What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that.
I think if we're in the group already, Andre, that's not a problem. But you said to come and ask you.
Yeah, would you like
I wouldn't
drink?
do that, Andre.
But why not?
Andre,
Why
if
not?
I am not in your group, and okay, Andre, I know you, I've known you for years, and you're there, by anywhere I am, and of course it's a paying place, you have to pay for your food, drinks. There's no way I'm going to bring up a topic and say, Andre, you want a drink?
So,
that's just not me.
Okay, fine. I respect that. No problem. But I'm telling you, generally, when I'm out there playing, males, males, come to ask me, can I buy you a drink?
Good for you.
All right? The ladies more would pay you to play a song again, something like that.
Exactly.
They'll drop a little $5 for you and say, play it again. Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah. So,
Andre, careful, they tell you, wine for me.
But guess what? If they ask me to do that, I think they'll be sorely disappointed.
Where is Kina on this one? Kina, where are you?
She must be on the floor at the house.
Kina would be under the desk, right?
Yeah. And the snow.
And Kina, I'm holding back on this one.
What's she laughing at like that? So
I'm holding back on this one.
So I give you a little story there. So these fellas, when they come and ask me to buy me a drink, right? I say to the fellas, can you get me some water, please?
Good.
I never get it.
Really, they get upset.
They don't bring. They think that I'm actually joking when I say that.
They get upset.
Yeah. But why would you want water?
But Andre, also you sang too, right? I remember in the band. And to me, even singers should not be drinking. So why, if they know you from then, why can't they maybe not think, well, it's not because he's not drinking, but because he's been in entertainment and he understands. Why can't the friends look at it that way?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I guess misery loves company. I guess.
True.
That's what it
True,
is.
true,
They want
true.
you to get like them or whatever. So, and you know, funny, I'm always saying that to Anthony. They don't ever offer you a plate of food. There's food outside, right? They're selling food, but it's chicken or it's fish or whatever. They don't ever say to you, "Can I get you something to eat?" Oh,
well, I hope they're listening now, so they know what to ask.
The things are going to make a difference.
Andrew, you made tears come out of my eyes laughing.
This alcohol thing, I'm just saying, no matter what, once it's a drug, my friends, be careful, because you don't sow what you plant. Sorry, you don't reap what you plant right away.
Yeah.
It takes time. And as I said, that's the problem. We think that because there are no dark clouds circling and, you can see something going wrong. You don't see anything like that. You figure, hey, man, more I do bad, more God blessing me. That's how you're thinking, Yeah.
The station is a little low this morning, so check on that, Andre.
Well, I don't know what else. You mean our station, REV-UP?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, somebody's saying that.
Okay, well, it depends on where they're listening. Are they listening online or they're listening to 95.9 FM? It depends sometimes where they're listening. All right? All right. So anyway, I just mentioned earlier the accident that took place there in Corinth. 2 people, they said an adult woman and a 3-year-old boy. They were seriously injured. I do not know. There's just a lot of craziness happening on our roads. All we could do is just keep talking, right? And keep warning people. Because you can't be driving like this reckless manner, and think that one day it won't catch up with you. Right? The same thing we're talking about sowing and reaping. I see drivers doing some crazy things on the road, and they seem to get away with it.
Yeah.
You see them overtaking around a blind corner. I say, bon Dieu, I actually hold my head sometimes because I say, oh my God, if somebody's driving there, it's a serious accident, and you see nothing happens.
The person just took a chance and they made it. It worked. And then guess what? They do it tomorrow, and then the one day when an innocent person is driving, okay, that person is not even speeding, on the opposite side of them, they hit that person.
Exactly.
So it won't be 2 speeders, I call it. I use my own word. It will be an innocent person driving about their own quiet, slow driving, and that person is going to come from nowhere. But Andre, as we're talking about driving, you know what I think they need to stop? Where we call Wyndham, but now we call it Secrets Hotel. You know, that area. Anybody coming from Secrets, if you're coming out of Secrets, you're supposed to go north.
Yes.
No matter what, you're supposed to go north. My issue is they still go south.
I see it all the time.
All the time.
In fact, some motorists actually cooperate with them.
Yes.
And allow them to come
Why are they doing that? I'm not cooperating. No, I'm not.
It's against the law.
I'm just happy it never happens when I get to the top.
I agree.
Because I am not stopping.
Also, I think my cousin called about that a few days ago. He was saying that the markings on that road have almost practically disappeared.
And that's the problem with hair. It's like they need someone to actually watch it, or to say every 3 months it has to be done, as opposed to only when maybe cricket is around the corner, then the place must be beautified. You know, that sort of thing.
Exactly.
Roads, holes must be patched and whatever because cricket is around, or whatever. Or maybe jazz is coming up. Now we are driving every day.
But even the median on the dual carriageway, that is pitch black now.
Yes,
it's
Andre, I
black.
spoke about it on the weekend.
You did?
Yes,
It's pitch black.
I was like, wow, are they going to spray this thing? Because they were cutting the trees on Vidbute Road, because I passed.
That's on the weekend.
I actually took your son to the airport.
Oh yes, thank you very much for doing that. Thank you.
No problem. Zen, good morning. Yes, so I saw that because we had to do the one way instead of both carriage. So I saw that and I was like, great. And I was actually telling him, hopefully they will clean the barriers, because Andre, they were black. It is black. Yes,
and to make it worse, there are no reflectors on that thing.
None at all.
No reflectors, period. I was in Barbados there, was it sometime last year, and the reflectors all over that thing.
All over.
Reflectors all over. We don't have a single reflector on that median, and it's pitch black. So that thing needs
Can you
cleaning.
think of, because we know where we're going, but what about, they must understand that we've got foreigners, the same way we go to other countries and we drive, the same way these, our tourists or whoever is coming. We have people from all over the world coming to St. Lucia that probably want to do their own driving as opposed to being driven. It might be cheaper to rent a car, just like how we feel when we go to the United States. It's cheaper to rent a car. So you rent a car and you do your thing, right? And for that reason, I think we really need to step up our game.
We certainly do. I agree with you, Lady J, and I want to again go back to what you said was it last week about signage and so on. It's really, really important. And again, talking about the signage, this morning I was driving down to the city, and I can't help but notice that those signs that we have up, the signage that we have up, it just has this white thing. It doesn't say no entry. It's just a white. And you're just supposed to assume that.
That's what I'm saying, Andre. Most of our signs are there as if we, from small, they taught us at school.
Yeah, what that means.
And mind you, when I went to school, they never taught us signs. I can't remember that. I don't even know they did that. So I don't know. So I'm saying, yeah, we learned to drive and we had to learn the signs. But you're supposed to have the signs for us as a driver.
Yeah. I'm supposed to say no entry, big and bold.
Yeah,
big and bold.
Hairpin bend, whatever it is. Some, and like I say, Andre, when I do, it's like even when I drive in the South, I don't even know where I'm going unless I have.
That.
There are no signs, hardly. I would say hardly. And if somebody's asked, like I said the last time, Andre, sometimes you can't even tell them I am on whatever street. You have to say, well, you drive around the corner, there's a big pink house or white house. Come on.
Yeah, that's the way we do it.
You know?
We do it,
Nah, even if they want to call us little islands, nah, come on. Little islands, Barbados is little, and it certainly looks bigger than St. Lucia, and it is much smaller than St. Lucia. Because when you can drive in Barbados, you can find where you want to go. And I'm not saying they don't have the issues. I'm sure they do.
Of course, there's anything else. But you can see they're trying to address those issues. So let me just read a little more about that incident that took place in Corinth there. Okay, folks, and these are the things that we don't really see. You're talking about a 3-year-old kid. Imagine the trauma that child went through. Okay, when in that incident there. Okay, medical sources indicate that the adult female, okay, I'm assuming maybe that's the mother. I'm just assuming, I don't know, all right? The adult female sustained deep lacerations to both upper extremities and the back of the head, along with multiple abrasions across her body, while the 3-year-old boy suffered severe head trauma. It's not, folks, it's not just head trauma, severe head trauma. It's a 3-year-old kid, a little baby, right? A 3-year-old boy going through severe head trauma and abrasions about his body. And they say that their conditions have not yet been fully disclosed. And of course, this came on the heels of the collision in Vieux-Fort there, where a young man, lost his life. So I don't know, boy. I don't know how we're going to get to the point where our drivers understand that you just have to be careful on the roads. You cannot take it for granted that the other driver is a smart person.
Exactly.
You have to assume that this person is
basically
not smart.
driving for you and for them.
For them. And that also applies to the people who traverse the streets as well.
Yeah.
Right? The pedestrians.
Yeah, Andre. And we see a lot of it when we're walking.
Yeah, jaywalking.
When we're walking, we see a lot of, I do my best to practice what it's supposed to be. I will walk lower down or higher up rather than cross. Because, Andre, what I always remember when I lived in Barbados, because I also worked in Barbados, Spring Garden Highway. You're right? That is a highway. And you really should not cross. But there was this guy who he wanted to cross. So the driver gave him the opportunity to. And the car came from behind not knowing. And that's it.
Whoa, you see that?
Andre, just like that.
Yeah, because the other person doesn't know what's going on. And that's I'm glad you said that.
But that's the next thing, Andre. Why are you stopping for someone on a highway? Because at the end of the day, he, to me, caused the accident. Because he stopped.
He shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, he shouldn't. And that was it.
Imagine,
the guy did not survive.
Imagine how he must have felt.
I don't know.
Knowing that he is the one who stopped to allow that person to cross. That happens so often.
I'm not doing it, Andre. I'm only going to do that if it is really quiet, no cars.
Yes.
I'll take a chance. And if I take the chance, it must not be around a corner, because then I can't see. I can't see north, I can't see south. It's got to be flat road where I can actually see. Then I will take the chance and stop.
What I do, for example, when I'm approaching the VG roundabout and say I'm heading down south, and I get close to that pedestrian crossing and I see somebody wants to cross, I will take my hand, as long as it's safe, and indicate that I'm slowing down.
Oh, really?
And to indicate to the driver behind me to slow down because I'm allowing somebody to cross. Because as you just said, the person cannot think for you. The person driving at the back there, sometimes because you have you have tinted windows.
Right.
Or vehicles, you have two vehicles.
But Andre, aren't you tapping on your brake? Because your brake lights will always show.
I know, but it's the safer thing to do is to indicate that you are slowing down. To tell the person, listen, it's not just me slowing down because I could slow down and just continue. But I'm making the point that I'll be stopping. There's going to be I'll be eventually stopping, and I'm doing that to let you know that's what I plan to do. Agreed. But a lot of people don't do that.
Agreed, Andre. But nowadays, because and I mean, fortunately for you, where you're talking about, there would not be a car on the other side of where your hand is, because
there is. That's why I tell you.
No. There will not be a car on the other side of where your hand is because you drive. Where are you, Andre? Andre, where are you driving, on the left or the right of the same road?
Say, for example, I'm in the outer lane, not the inner, the outer lane.
So you've got to put that out hand.
Exactly.
Andre, I will never do that. Andre, no way, because a car could just come and take my arm or whatever.
But here's the issue.
I will put my hazard lights on.
Here's the issue. If I'm the one approaching that pedestrian crossing, okay, and I'm a fair distance ahead of the driver before me, and I know I'm going to stop to allow the person to cross, which they do have a right, because they have a right to cross.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to make sure as best as I can, right? Not just depend on my brake lights. I'm going to put my arm outside.
Good luck, Andre.
And say,
I think you need to
I'm
stop
slowing down. No, I'm serious.
No, but you on the, Andre, you are on the inner.
I hear you. Loud
and you're
and
having
clear.
your hand on the, Andre.
But here's the problem.
Years ago, I think somebody lost their arm in St. Lucia by doing
It's possible. That's possible. But well, listen to what I'm saying. You made the point earlier about the person crossing Spring Garden.
Right.
Now, if the person who was driving...
But there was no pedestrian when they were crossing.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if the person who was in the rear got some sign or something that he was going to stop, doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to stop because he can allow somebody to cross. But the person at the back of you, they have no idea what's going on. They're just driving. They don't care. They don't know what you were thinking at that time. So I'm saying, just to be on the safe side, at least that's what I would do. Once I'm able to, hear me well, I'm able to, I would put my hand out and indicate that I'm slowing down. Because you're talking about a human life there.
But Andre, here's what I'm telling you, because you're not looking at it this way. That is for if a car is driving immediately behind you, directly behind you. We're not talking about the car that is driving on the side of you from the back.
And this is the one I'm talking about.
Happened.
This is the one I'm talking about.
The guy had already passed him and was moving to the other part of the road, which is still on his side, and the car came. So he was not wrong. He's driving on the Spring Garden Highway. There are no cars in front of him.
Right.
So he's driving. That's where he picked up the guy.
Exactly.
So I am saying whether he had put his hand down or not, chances are he would have still gotten hit if he's driving very fast, but maybe not to kill him.
All these things are possible. I agree with you 100%. But that's exactly who I was referring to. The one who's on the inner lane, who can't see the pedestrian who's crossing, and I have allowed that pedestrian to cross because I'm making the stop by that pedestrian crossing.
Yeah.
The driver who's coming there sometimes said, you have tinted windows, he can't see what's going on. So to ensure I protect that person that's crossing, I will do the right thing. Because at that point, he's supposed to be slowing down anyway. You can't be coming
Andre,
there.
don't you think, yes, you're right, but don't you think, again, signage, pedestrian crossing, 30 meters or whatever meters they normally put it? I wouldn't know that.
Yes.
They would know how many meters, so we start slowing down.
Yeah.
But Andre, the only time you see this, as far as my eyes have seen or my knowledge, is when you're approaching a school. But they have pedestrians outside of school areas.
You're right. So what should be ideally? So there should be a sign saying, slow down, pedestrian crossing ahead. Something like that.
Yeah, and it's good to tell you how far away, so you know. But yeah, ahead at least we'll take that. But as far as I know, Andre, where are we talking about? I don't know if there's a sign there.
But I think a lot of motorists now just don't use hand signs or
no, we don't, because people are
signs.
crazy. I don't use it.
Yeah. That's how, again, I saw how I was taught. You put your arm outside and you wave, you show you're halting, things like that.
Well, my dad taught me another way
now.
too. When I got to, I don't know if they still do it, but when I got to Jeremy Street, the traffic light, so you can go over to Pena Street, which is straight ahead. He said you can take your hands out of the vehicle, right, and keep it straight onto the car and keep your hands straight, so the driver sees that you're going straight. In those days we had no traffic lights, so I might still do that when I come to areas like that, these cross sections. Or again, if it's not tinted, you put your hand directly in front of the dashboard in this way, so that the car sees that you're going that way. But I don't even think people look. Trust me.
Yeah, you're right.
So I try to use my hazards as often as I can. If I'm slowing down, if I'm stopping, if I want to put somebody out, if I want to pick up somebody, even if I'm moving to the left, I put on my hazards. Because once you see the hazards and the brake, something is happening. Slow down. This morning when I was coming on, there was this little cow just by Secrets. A little thing, yes, Andre, but it could still damage your vehicle. So I was going slow. And the man behind me didn't see anything to do but to toot me.
Yeah,
Andre, that's when I wanted to put my hand out and say, fly over. That's what goes in my mind.
You sure that's what you wanted to put your hand out for?
No, I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that
I thought you give a Donald Trump there.
I wouldn't do a Donald Trump. No. Not that I can't. So people... No, I don't want people to think that I am not, I can respond to that, because I can respond to, I'm human. But no, Andre, it's not called for. You know what I mean? It's not called for.
Yeah. Some of the drivers are so upset with you for driving at a particular pace. They
start to blow you.
Yeah, they get upset with you.
But you know when I like it, Andre? When I'm driving in traffic and they tooting me to drive faster. So I'm driving in traffic, they tooting me to drive faster, but I have something to do on the left, so I'm starting to slow down. But they obviously don't know, they're not checking.
Exactly.
But the traffic, let's say I'm doing northbound and they're doing southbound. So southbound traffic is heavy. Andre, you know what I'm doing for them? I drive slower. You want me to speed? I'm driving as fast as I would like to, because I'm going to be stopping. I'm going slower. So stay back there and toot until you cannot toot again, or until I take my left turn or whatever, because I am coming. I'm driving. I'm in the front. Take your time.
Probably drives them up the wall.
It does. He was tooting and tooting. My mom was with me, as a matter of fact.
Talking about driving up the wall, let's just finally, because we have to get into the shout outs. We have to get into the shout outs, but just finally toward up the wall. There's this guy who's a rock climber. His name is Alex Honnold, Honnold. He went up this skyscraper in Taiwan. It's called Taipei 101 skyscraper. He did it on Sunday. Without any ropes, no ropes, and no protective equipment.
Wow!
I saw the thing on CNN, and trust me, I could not even look at that. I was so afraid and nervous for the guy. I'm saying, Monsieur, I know we have daredevils and so on in this world, and people take these risks. But I know, of course, I imagine the thrill of victory as well. When you do something like that, you get the high. You feel wow, you feel proud. To go up a skyscraper, 101 floors. Okay, and to look down, and when he finished, he said, "What a view, man! What's the view?"
He
says it's incredible. What a beautiful day.
I could imagine, but you know how many people look down and feel that they're going to die. This man. Andrew, I lived in the CDC. I lived in the CDC. It was probably the 4th floor. I don't know. And I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm saying at the time when I would look down from the 4th floor, I would be, oh my God, if I go down there, I would be splattered. Things like that.
Yeah. Let me give you a little one. We have the crossover right across there from our studios.
Yes.
The crossover. Let me tell you something. I'm afraid of crossing over this thing.
You don't go up and over?
No, I'm petrified of this thing.
Andre, that's not very tall.
I know,
Andre.
but
just for our listeners to know, it's not very tall.
I know it's not very tall.
It's like a 2nd floor.
But I don't like heights. So when I go up that thing, and you know who was trying to get me to go and walk on, say my daughter, my little daughter.
Yeah, they would
my
like
7-year-old.
Yeah,
she loves it. She loves it, right? And she loves to see me squirm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So she knows.
The fact that you see, I'm afraid of this thing. You know what? When I get like halfway, I'm looking down. I'm seeing those vehicles. And
Why do you?
Boom.
Don't look down.
Why shouldn't I look down?
No, Andre. It's
and
like
you know what
flying.
goes in my mind? There's some of the worst things. What if there's an earthquake or something and this thing tumbles down there with me? I'm thinking about, okay, Papa, I'm going right back. So she laughs at me. Yeah, a little scaredy cat there, but she laughs at me now for being afraid of the heights. But seriously, you look at the vehicles.
Things like that are good to experience.
Gosh, man.
Things like that are good to experience at least once. So, it's like I tell people, have a child once. So why don't you go up the 101? Well, Andre, I don't have experience in that. I'm sure the man had his experience.
No, you say everyone, at least once in your life.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Go and do it.
No, I would try something, Andre. I have not walked up to the pitons, but one day I would like to do that. My daughter has done it. I would like to do it. But I've walked from cul-de-sac to Soufrière. I've done it twice.
Okay, cul-de-sac to Soufrière?
Yeah, with the Independence Walk.
Yeah,
I've done it twice, Andre. So what I'm saying is that, when I started, I never, with the intention, was never to do the walk. The intention was just to go to La Kwamingo and turn back. And I got to Ancillary, and it was like, you mean I reached Ancillary already? And then I kept going, and I kept going, and I kept going, and I was in Soufrière.
So how'd you get back?
Oh, you wait, and then the bus, they've got a bus.
Oh, okay.
Because the walk, remember, it's round the island. So you can stop in Soufrière, those who want to stop, those who want to continue, those who continued. I got there, the first time I did it, I got there at just before the fireworks, so that would be just before 12. The second time I got there about quarter after, but I didn't see any fireworks. I don't think they have, because once you're approaching, you'd see the fireworks in any case.
I think I remember you sharing the video. I think I remember that.
Yeah, Andre, it was a great experience. So I could imagine those people who do that, not necessarily walking, but mountain climbing or rock climbing or anything like that, bungee jumping, anything like that. It's the thrill.
Yeah.
And you can continue with the thrill of victory, because if you make it, it is, victorious.
Yeah, and I guess that goes into the Guinness Book of Records or something
for him,
like that.
Definitely.
But what makes him even, more remarkable is the fact that he did it without any rope
harness or anything.
This is in other words, hey, listen, I put my life in my hands there, and I could not.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
What?
No.
Now these guys are real daredevils, real daredevils. And also, and I guess some questions came up, some ethical questions came up as well. This was actually broadcast live.
Yeah.
So what if something had gone wrong?
It has happened in the past already. You remember the straight line where the guy fell? I'll check that, Andre. But the guy, that's many moons ago before we came to this earth. They showed it. I'll check it and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay, no problem.
He was walking that thin line without any harness. And I don't know if he made it halfway or not, but he plunged how many hundreds.
Yeah, and these things do happen.
That was in front of maybe thousands of people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to carry something like that live at all. To take a risk like that, to show that, and the possibility. He had done it
before, and I guess he wanted to do it a little. I don't know if it was higher this time or longer this time, but it was something to do with that. But this time, it didn't work. It didn't work.
Okay, finally, there is a company called Nucleus Genomics. Yeah, Nucleus Genomics. What they do is that they could customize your child for you. All right, and you say what it is that you want in terms of intelligence and abilities and like to be great sports people or whatever the case may be. So whatever qualities you desire, they can fix things. I will use the word "fix" in quotes, in such a way that you get what you want. Also, they seem to have the ability, to control the genetic makeup, where your children now would be less prone to depression, for example, autism, another one, and also bipolar disorder. They can fix it in such a way that your potential child, doesn't come with those things. So in other words, you're making a super baby, man.
If there's something baby called that, And when are they talking about this will ever happen?
I think it's already going on.
Wow.
Yes. They said that it's called genetic optimization. It allows parents to minimize disease while maximizing traits that they prefer. I want my child to be this, I want my child to be that, and that's that sort of thing.
Andre, give me my 10 fingernails and 10 toes. And
Yeah, so they can control things like height, weight, all those kinds of things.
That's just too much.
So it's called Nucleus
Genomics. You bring into this earth.
The guy who actually started, his name is Kian Sedigi, and he was going to university. He actually quit school
to study this?
To get into this thing. Yeah, so no doubt we'll be having a lot.
What's it called? Something nomics? What?
Nucleus Genomics.
Genomics?
Nucleus Genomics.
I would like to know about that, because I was thinking of, just DNA, and then, you go to the sperm bank and then you say, okay, you watch all the photos and you say, hey,
that's the one I want.
That's the one I want. And they give you, of course, it's Andre Paul, for example, and even if they don't tell you the name is Andre Paul because it might be X in there, but at least you know Andre Paul was a this or a that or is how the height and so on. But what you're talking about there, I mean, what is going on, Andre?
Boy, it's world, boy. Yeah, so that's what was once impossible is now very, very, very possible. Yeah, so you select the traits, you can minimize. I mean, right now, things like autism, this is a big issue for so many parents.
It is.
And to see now you can limit that possibility. So no doubt, these are all experiments. And
I hope it doesn't happen
down the road, you will we'll hear.
I hope it doesn't happen in our time. I hope it takes him a long time to
Elon
put
Musk
it on the way.
Elon Musk says we're going to have robots.
Yeah.
By what year is it? 2050, 2060, whatever. There'll be more robots in the world than human beings. That's the vision. More robots. Yes. So and there's a robot the other day that did some trek or the other, walking how many miles. So in the not too distant future, we're going to be walking alongside robots. It'll be like second nature. They're just passing around, Mary Jolly, good morning or something.
Hope it's not in my time. So that as it's coming in, the kids, it's growing with the kids and they're
they get used to it.
Because we see it on television, in movies.
Exactly.
But, I mean, can you imagine, Andre, that happening next to me?
So all that's coming.
I think I'll kick dust
all that's coming.
I would be running.
Yeah, you're walking around the place and you have a robot walking next to you and doing their business, going to do their chores. You're shopping, robots next to you. Oh, my God. But it's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, if the cars can drive themselves, so,
Yeah. Let me ask you, just finally before we finish, do you think there's an end of this whole system? Do you think that one day this is going to fold and usher in, the time, the reign of Jesus Christ and so on? Or you think that this world will just continue like this, just the way it is with all the problems and the wars and the rumors of wars and everything? What do you think? Do you think there's an end to all of this?
Andre, I'll be honest with you and the listeners. I believe in God, but I do not believe in God that deep that I'm going to say it's going to end. I can't see ahead of me. I can't think that way. Even if you were to preach it to me, I am not able to digest it. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
So for me, if you're asking me the question today, I would say life is going to go on as is. It's going to get better as we get more educated, as people want to experience and bring new things into the world. But when we think about it, and when we were growing up and they talked religion, they always talked about Jerusalem and all of that. And of course, that was not in my time. So how am I supposed to believe? How am I supposed to believe that? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, okay.
So it's deep thinking and deep thinkers who go so deep. I don't like to go all that way when it comes to, say, the end of the world or when it comes to religion.
System, the end of the system.
Yeah, I don't like to go that. I don't.
And
like
when I say the system,
far.
I'm talking about the way that things operate right now. That according to what the Bible says, this is a thing of the past. Now you have Jesus Christ now ruling, and doing things His way. So a lot of people are looking forward to that. For those who believe, but I'm happy to hear your candor. You're honest about it.
Yeah. I like to be honest, Andre.
Yeah. But so let me ask you. So you think things are going to? I think you said so. Things will get better. Yeah, you believe
I think
that?
like anything else, things will get better. I mean, we just have to continue giving our children as the values that we received, and even if we didn't receive the values, we should know better. And so when we have a child or children, teach them the right way. Education is key. So if we didn't get, we must make sure that our children get, and it continues. And as we say, the only way is up. Better.
Okay. All right. So good to be an optimist.
Yeah, I like to be that person.
Right. Okay. So I kind of extend.
And what about you? What about you? How do you see that?
Oh yeah. I strongly believe that there's going to be an end to this system. It cannot continue like this.
Really, Andre?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's not getting any better. You said it's going to get better, but I don't see how. Right? When you look at what's happening in the world today, is it getting better? Everywhere you turn, it's a problem here, a problem there, some crazy thing happening all over the place. I mean, I don't see how it's going to get better. Look, I was just reading about a world, they call it what? World water bankruptcy. This is already a reality. That the scientists are saying that human beings have overused the amount of water that's available. So this is going to be a problem, right? We have climate change. Okay, with the reality is that we're getting more severe hurricanes, and winters are colder. The summers are warmer or hotter. I mean, this actually says can get into a point of no return. There's nothing much you can do to change the future. So how are we going to survive? How are things going to get better if we have, heat waves? I mean, exceptionally hot weather, exceptionally cold weather, right? Don't forget the wars and everything, the suffering that's around us. Human beings, right, don't seem to love and care for each other. I mean, can that really continue this way? Can we just continue like that simply because maybe we don't live in Nigeria, like what's happening in Nigeria right now with the number of people, 35 million people, right, are now going to be food desperate. They're going to be desperate for food pretty soon. Okay, how do we resolve all those issues? It's crazy.
But why do you think
crazy.
It has to come to an end before it can get better? Why do you think that? Because that's what you were saying. No, everything must come to an end before it can get better.
Yeah, the system, the way things are right now. I'm saying, look, I'll give you an example. I just said to you about the water situation, okay? That they're saying human beings have used more water than is actually will be available, all right? So when we don't have water, what are we going to do now? How are we going to survive?
Yeah, that's a big issue. That's why.
Yeah, this is stuff that's happening as we speak. So, as I said, I don't see how we can survive. The planet can survive the way it's going. Remember this book about whatever it is, how many degrees to stay alive and whatever they said. They said they already exceeded that thing already. There's almost to the point of no turning back. You have those ice packs, those glaciers and so on melting. Oceans are rising. This is just scary, if you ask me. Scary. So how can something like that continue? How can that be sustained? Right? It just sounds to me like there comes a point where this is just going to be so bad that it just has to end. And one way or the other, I don't know, maybe it's going to end with some war. And remember, we have nuclear weapons right now. We have enough nuclear weapons to destroy every human being how many 100 times over? So you think nobody's going to use a nuclear weapon in the future? You think some crazy person is going to use that?
When you think of the war in 1942 and way back then, yes, Andre, but I try to not think that way. I try to just live one day at a time and hope it does not happen in my time on Earth. That's how I think. Don't let it happen in my time on Earth. I mean, of course, I'm thinking of my kids and so on. I hope it doesn't happen in their time. But Andre, I try my best when I hear the stories of what people went through and their forefathers and so on. And I always say, thank you for the beautiful world that I'm living in. And I hope in my time on this planet that it won't happen. Yeah. That's what I say and pray for every day. But I hear you. Right. Yeah. I hear you, Andre, and it could happen in our time because, life is just, as we say, a circle, round and round and round. Yes.
So let's just apologize once more for our regular fans on the Facebook platform. Sorry about that. I'm getting off the end a little while, so I shall certainly investigate and see what's going on as to why there's an issue on Facebook. But we're on YouTube and we're also on X and DBS Television. DBS, thank you so much, for your patience. It wasn't our fault. I wasn't even aware. When I put the Facebook, I started screaming. I realized there was an issue. Yeah. So my apologies, or our apologies. Yeah. But thanks for being with us. Hopefully we can get that thing straightened out by the time I leave here. Yeah. Okay, so whatever shout-outs we have, let's just do them and call it a day. Yeah, okay.
Yes. All right, so this is a 272 number.
Oh, by the way, let's just say good morning to Zen the DJ.
Yes.
My son. I want to thank you for taking him to the airport yesterday. I mean, I would have done that, but I had an appointment and the people actually come into my home that was planned like weeks ago.
Right.
Okay, and it was really important that had to be done. So, of course, he was supposed to take a taxi. So I'm very happy that you
Well, I offered before.
So thank you very much. Thank you.
I did offer on Friday when I was leaving, but when we changed shift. But he had said he was going to be going in the afternoon. I remember telling him, your dad said if it's in the morning, it's a negative. Yeah. But if it's in the afternoon, it's definitely positive. He's going to pick you up. Right. However, call me, but give me sufficient notice.
Yeah, but thank you very much. I'm saying so publicly. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Wasn't staying too far from where I stay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay. So we have a 27 number. I don't know 27 where that's from, Andre. We have a 27 number, yes.
27 number? 27? What's the 27?
272.
Oh, 272. Oh, okay. All right. Well,
this person says, I remember growing up as a child when we had this thing called Bless. We would drink turmeric and rub with Ferrez. What's it? Ferrez? I don't know what that is. When it comes to praying, if I'm sick, I will be heading to the doctor while praying.
So how does the person spell the Ferrez? What's it?
F-R-I-A-R-S. Oh, balsam, that kind of cream.
Oh.
I don't know what the F-R-I-A-R-S, what, yeah. But
Okay.
balsam, yes. I remember there was that, yes. This person says, okay, that's a call. Let's get to the next person. Cosmos says, we are not on Facebook. We are on YouTube and X. Thank you, Cosmos. He also says, it is not a technical problem. Leave what he said out.
I think so.
All right. Okay. Good morning, Andrew and Lady J. Good morning to you. That's from St. Lucia. We are not on Facebook. Yes. Okay. So we explained that. I'm sure by now you understand that. Thank you. Yes, Facebook still off air. Good morning. Off air. So the person was probably responding to us. This person says, from St. Lucia, good morning. Okay, good morning to you. We don't have names, so good morning to you for those of you who's sending us messages on our WhatsApp platform. This is a 860 number. Says, blessed and happy Monday to my REV-UP family. It would be the show, but she has, the snow. Oh, the snow. Okay, so she's right. The snow did a number on Connecticut, but we are safe and okay.
Oh, thank God for that.
Have a wonderful day. Okay, from Charmaine. Good morning, Charmaine.
Yes, good morning to you. Thanks for keeping in touch as always. Yeah, I understand this snowstorm is wreaking havoc in the U.S. I think Gina called this morning from Canada. I guess they're feeling, the tail end of it. They're having it rough as well.
She also said, Charmaine also says, Lady J, anytime I'm at an event where Andre plays, I always offer him a drink.
You see? Now that is woman.
Andre, he always says water, but after he's done playing, he would have a strongbow.
Well, maybe that's back in the day when I had the strongbow.
Well, it has to be because it's a 860 number, unless she would be coming here on vacation. All right, well, yeah, that's great. Good for you. I ain't doing it. So this person says it's a 407 number. If the woman pay Andre to wine, they will require a refund.
I agree. I agree.
Where is Kina for this one?
I agree. I'll even give it
now,
to you.
how she know that?
I'll even give
how
it to
you know that? You ever see Andre?
No. When it comes to that,
you can't dance, Andre?
Well, no, you said about wine. That's what you said.
But Andre, when you dance, you've got to do a little, there's wine and there's wine.
Right. So I'm not,
but,
I cannot.
Not obsessively.
You put two wines, right? You say there's wine.
And there's wine. So you
wine.
onto the first one.
So the first one.
Okay, that's fine.
That's me.
Yeah, that's fine. Have you seen the young girls? The way they gyrate, Andre?
Right, so I let them do the talking.
Yeah. Close. So we're back in St. Lucia here. This person said the child involved in the accident was in a coma. The mom is seriously injured, broken bones, and whatnot. A woman was hit this morning next to the airport.
Wow.
Wow. Yes.
Yep.
So Luther Henry's here. Hi, Luther. He says, on the ship that I worked, the guys drank 151 proof rum and chased it with Bacardi rum. What?
Imagine that.
These are drunkards.
Imagine that.
That's hard liquor.
Imagine that. Whoa.
Luther, are you saying you were part of this as well?
No, I don't think so. If I know Luther very well,
Okay, Irene is sending a request here. She says, good morning, Jan. Irene here. When you get a chance, please play Robert Rennie, Mind Your Business. Okay, I will do that. If it's a local song, I will do that because today, Andre, remember, we have homegrown.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, until 12:30.
That's why she's probably asking.
So before or after, if he's St. Lucian, definitely. Is a solution here?
Rennie.
Okay, Rennie. All right. Good morning, Andre and Lady J. Good morning to you. That's from St. Lucia. I must say to you that I look forward to listening to you every day. Your discourse is quite inspiring and informative today. Continue your good work.
Alrighty. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And who's that person?
I have no idea because it is. Oh, there is the name, Bernadette.
Okay,
Hi, Bernadette.
Thank you very
it's
much.
from St. Lucia. The name is there, Bernadette. I don't know if she wants her last name set out, but I can see the full name right there. Thank you, Bernadette. This is from another St. Lucian number. Hello, morning to you, Andre and Lady J. Have a wonderful day. Blessings always.
You as well.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. This one says, okay, so they don't know Kiki's not around. It's a 832 number, so that's overseas. Good morning, Kiki, Andre, and Lady J. All right. You are not live. Yes, so we are have that. We are aware.
Well, we're not live
yeah.
on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah. Lady J, disagree with you. The friends didn't cause your dad to drink. He wanted to. My dad is sick when they come to visit. That's the first thing he offers them. He makes sure he has his rum. Same thing. That's what he did. The house has the rum, and he's offering them, and they're not saying no. I didn't say he caused them. I said that I saw no reason why they would encourage the drinking. Yeah.
In fact, they probably thought they'd been actual friends for doing that, actually.
I guess.
Yeah, to pass the time.
Who knows? It could be the very same alcohol that keeps him alive. I would say kept him alive, yeah, because he's gone. 17 years would be this year, April.
So there's something else, you know.
If he asks me for the alcohol, I will buy it for him.
Hello, brutal.
I'm not doing that.
Hello, brutal.
If my dad asked me to buy alcohol, I wouldn't do it. Not at the time.
I agree with you. If I know somebody is an alcoholic struggling, not an
alcoholic, but he had diabetes, so I would not encourage alcohol. Yeah. So we're just talking
that's
about...
if the person knows that the person is diabetic. So keep that in mind.
No, she just said if her dad had asked her, she would do it.
Her dad.
So I'm responding to that. I wouldn't do it for my dad.
Okay.
Because I would say, Daddy, for this one, you'll have to ask Mom to do it. I would say that. Yeah,
as long as you know.
Yeah, I would tell him that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
If you tell me you're buying it for the house, there's a difference, because I'm buying it for the house. But if you say, buy this for me because I want to drink it, the full wood on, then no. I would laugh. And
we shouldn't be what they call greasing the skids.
Exactly.
Yeah, we shouldn't be doing that. You know, the person has a problem. If anything, try to discourage them from doing it.
Yeah, in a nice way.
It's harmful to their health.
We're not bossing the big people. They're older than us, Andre, so yeah. But this one is from the same person, and this is for you, Andre. She says, come to Texas. We have some overpass by looking at if you get terrified. There are some of them I don't get into. It's since after my accident, I get anxiety. And there are buildings, so many more of those overpass. Yes.
Yeah, these fears that we have, usually something in our childhood,
anxiety,
that caused something, because you don't even know why you're so petrified of a particular thing. Yeah, you have no idea.
And the eyes sometimes do that to us too. So she also went on to say Elon Musk will be gone by that time. Probably talking about what we ended.
But somebody will carry the mantle. Somebody will carry the mantle, and you can bet your bottom dollar on that. And one of the things I fear right now, you see, for the U.S., the fact that Donald Trump is the way he is, I rather suspect whoever is, well, I wouldn't say maybe somebody's coming after him, but they're going to be somebody who's worse than him, who wants to run for public office.
That could be.
Yeah.
Okay, the next person, this is from St. Lucia, says, Lady J doesn't want a massage. Now, this person has been listening for sure, but she doesn't mind bungee jumping.
St. Lucia's a brutal boy. St. Lucia's a brutal.
Well, he asked me about, certain things that I would try, and I said I don't mind that. I mean, I've tried a massage and I don't like it, so I'm going to be honest. But I've tried it, yeah. Remember, we have to try something in our lives once, if, of course, it is right. Because there are things that we try and it's really negative. We really shouldn't. Good morning, Lady Jane. It should be AP, because T is not there.
Yes.
Tony Paul is not there. It has TP. And also the REV-UP family. I am AP. I with AP. I don't see the world is going to get better. No way. Blessings to all from Sunshine Charles. I forgot You did a very good job, Lady J, holding the fort for the week. You did a very good job. Continue being yourself. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Sunshine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess she did mean TP2. Maybe. I think it's you anyway. All right, this is from St. Lucia as well. It's with great sadness. I don't want to do that.
Okay, don't do it. Yeah.
No, no, I don't want to do that. This is from another 758. REV-UP is slowly becoming the boom and the gloom radio station. Yay!
Yes, I.
We need to be uplifted. That's why we listen. Too much doom and gloom predictions. I don't want to switch. Yay! All right.
Thank you very much.
This is what? Fab, F-A-B-B. Fab Flowers, whoever you are. Is that a business? Anyway, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Yeah. Stay tuned. We'll keep inspiring you for sure. All right. The next person says, good morning. They mention it again. Andre.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spell it. LABOMDEGERRS.
La Bombe de Jazz.
Oh, that's
La
what it
Bombe
is.
de Jazz.
Ah, okay.
I remember that thing for true.
Yes.
La Bombe de Jazz.
All right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah, one time I remember I was on Brazil Street. I was a kid, and I had something on my head carrying, and it had the La Bombe de Jazz inside of it in a bottle. And that thing broke inside that thing I was carrying, and that thing came all to my eyes. Oh,
it's
man.
It's a strong thing?
It was, that thing was burning my eyes. Okay, and I remember a lady there was a standpipe on somewhere on Brazil, corner of Brazil, and it wasn't the show, say, I think it was Chisel Street. I can't remember. Anyway, there was actually a standpipe right there. Back in the day, long time ago.
Oh, Victoria Street, there used to be a standpipe on
Could
Victoria
be around
Street
that area there. Yeah, could be. Because I remember carrying this thing there for my grandmother. It had, what do you call it, message inside of it, all kind of different things. It had the La Bombe de Jazz inside there. And I think it was burning my eyes. And a lady saw me, because she saw me, I was crying, I was bawling.
Of course, screaming.
And she was very nice. She came out. She came, removed the thing off my head, and she washed my eyes and everything. Yeah, I remember that well. Boy, I was
Andre, what your grandmother did you when you got home?
No. She understood.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
because back in the day,
eyes were red.
Back in the day, they beat us for any little thing.
But God bless the soul of that lady who took pity on me that day.
Yeah, God bless her.
God bless her.
I doubt she's around, but
she's gone. I'm sure she's gone long. But she was very nice. Came out of her house, saw me there, going through my stress, and she came and she did the best she could. Whoever that lady was. One day,
and then you continued to. Then you went along. It was okay to see your way to get to your home again.
After that, yes.
Very nice. Very good. There are some good people out there, Andre.
Yep. It's true. And I think there are those like I just described there who are still around.
Yeah. Luther chimed back and says, No. I was not in that. The kind of drinking is for professionals only and dead people.
Yeah. You ever see the guys? I remember again. I was by my one of my cousins' home. He's probably listening right now, and he had quite a few of his buddies there. And he had a bar at his house, and that bar was you swear that's like a bar at Sandals. You know what I mean?
Oh, you had drinks and everything.
Like galore. And these guys were going at it, man, competing. And I see this. After they drink the thing, they go,
yeah.
The thing was so strong.
No, but why do people do that after for true? Whenever they drink that?
I have no idea because I've never done that. So, yeah.
Okay. Finally, I think this is the last one. The same person that spoke about Texas. She came back and said, "Lady J, that's Joella." Okay, Joella from 832.
Yeah, trust Joella to make a statement like that.
I don't know who. Do I know her?
No, I don't think you know her. She was here just before the election. She came in.
Oh, okay.
She came in and she was right here.
Okay.
Yeah, good friend of ours.
All right. Good morning, Joella.
And a big fan.
Yeah. Good morning. And we'll be friends, Joella. I ain't hating you.
Yeah.
You gotta make your comments. Yeah.
Very
of course.
nice lady. That's just don't worry for her. That's just a little.
Nah, I'm not worried about that, Andre.
A little facade. She's a sweet lady.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Yeah. And she has some sweet daughters as well.
Oh, nice, Joella. Yeah, I'm not worried about that, Joella. I stick to my point.
You didn't pick up what I was saying there.
She has some nice daughters.
I say she has some sweet daughters as well.
Why are you picking on that, Andre? The ladies listening to us. I'll say whatever I have to say after.
All right. So that's it?
Yes, that's the last one, Andre.
Well, thank you very much, Lady J. Okay, again, of course, we have to apologize finally for not being on Facebook this morning. I'm getting off the air right now. I'll be making some calls to see exactly what's going on, see how we can get that rectified.
And that makes us realize how much we are loved, Andre, because so many people chimed in. So many people were telling us we're off Facebook.
Yes.
I didn't realize that we were that important.
And Facebook is a popular platform.
Yes,
very popular.
Yes. And some of them are not sending messages, but they're listening, because one or two of my friends from St. Martin have actually told me they were listening, but they didn't send any messages. I said, oh, because I didn't see you. Oh, no, we were listening. We just listen live, so we're not on,
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say good morning to Kina. Kina, good morning to you.
Morning.
And
good morning,
little
Snow.
Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Kina should be coming back very, very soon. Looking forward to having her back
by
here
next
with
week.
us.
Yes.
Don't forget, folks, our Valentine's special coming up soon. Yeah, it's a nice little show where you're going to be telling us about how you met your significant other, and it's going to be worth it, calling in. And I really hope get a call from maybe like a couple. Like you have both individuals telling you what happened.
Well, let's push it that way, Andre.
From the different perspectives.
We can get that as well.
We can't really
let's push it. I'm saying
make it a rule.
But we can push it that way,
of
as
course,
you're saying.
While the show is on.
Yeah, so they too can call in.
Yeah, just call in. You have the male giving their version, the female giving her version from different perspectives.
Exactly.
Yeah, what each of them would remember about that particular time.
Right.
Yeah, some great stories, man. So looking forward to that, folks. We're starting.
And of course, keep it child friendly too.
Of course, definitely. So we're starting next week, Monday, all right? The 2nd of February.
That time already. Imagine that. January really went by quickly.
Next thing you know, June going to be here already. Hurricane season. Again.
Happy birthday to our January bonds,
So what's coming up on the show today?
From now until, as I take over, until 12:30 will be strictly music out of
Rev Up the Homegrown.
That's right. Rev Up the Homegrown.
Folks, that's Tony's legacy. Tony's legacy. All right? Yes.
We also have Hit of the Day. People look forward to
Another
that.
Tony legacy again?
Yeah. Andre, I don't know, because we're supposed to have an interview at 2 o'clock. Is that happening?
That's the insurance people?
Yes.
Yeah, they will call. Let us know.
Yes. So if not, I'll have something in that space. And we have entertainment news. People are always into what's happening in entertainment. Yes.
Okay, Lady J. Looking
and
forward
music,
to
of course, fabulous music right through.
Yes, right through. And don't forget, at 1 o'clock, we have our major newscast at 1. All right, so folks, thank you very much for listening. Thanks for viewing. Thank you very much, Lady J. So this has been Harddrive. Until tomorrow morning, same time, the show brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor. So long.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Rambali's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at rambalisfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support,
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Rambali's,
we care.
REV-UP St. Lucia, your healthy alternative.
That is freaking awesome, dude.
95.9 FM, the alpha of radio.